this time of year in the South? Perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for. And take it. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check 26, check 26.
And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
Let's go now. 270, Indy.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field.
132 fighter. Small. Yep.
Operating from the gun, Jones is going to float this one. He's got a man, complete. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 44 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside. And he's taken down here by the Saints. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Bravo. Look, squeeze. Yo, go.
Throwing Jones. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Go.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Fair.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Hey, watch it. Out. Hey, exit. Go. Hard.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now they
and
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. Room here to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody to run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Will Fuller, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down, make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down, and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Jones now off the play fake. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Mike, check 33. Hey, Delta.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Jones off play action. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready.
Check 3.
X3. 218. Chop it.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up. No. Off.
Hey, Alpha. Look at me. Zipper.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
Ready.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
General West.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Twist. Check. Check 37.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd and a yard, Jackson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Great. 20.
Show it. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check. Check.
Eight.
Flat.
20.
Check 49.
Check 50. 20.
Switch. Rush in.
He may try and run for this. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. Off play action. Jones. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 31-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Saints.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Carson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
56 is my 56. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
56, right there, 56. Hey! Kill.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. From the gun, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the...
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Will Fuller with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Go.
Now Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. They'll run on first down. Henderson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jackson. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Where we go? 56. 56. Watch the run.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime, 6 defensive backs. And now a fumble. The ball's out. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Gurley. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Watch the pass. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Ready?
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jones flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Lightning speed there on the sack from the corner, Duke Dawson.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
132 fighter. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. He's checking. Crash. 36. Check 3. Check 13. Check 13.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Center's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Steps away. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Safety's creeping. Go. Check safety.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go. Check.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No 1st down.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Slam, slam, slam. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up fourth. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. 66. Switch gears, switch gears.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check it away. Go.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Hey, motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield. Hey, watch it, watch it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Fourth down, here's Jackson. Jordan Reed has it. 20! And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On first down, Carson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
We got 3, we got 3.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The Saints on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. Come on. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Go, 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 go. Liam, ship, ship.
From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 15.
Got it.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go. Check. Check.
Hey, wahoo!
Mike, check 33. 33.
Hey.
Yo.
Get up.
Looking to throw. Jones. The open man is sharp. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go.
Jones now 12 of 15 throwing the ball. 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Yeah, baby.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
47-yard line.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Check 33. 33.
Hey, orbit.
Let's put that team on the box.
Yes. Tucker.
Back to throw. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Saints are going to get it back. And in great shape.
Come on, set. Hey, hold on. All day. All day.
Check. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Jackson to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He finds his target, Fuller. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
On first down, Carson. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now Jackson. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Here's Jones throwing on first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Tight right. 4 down. Check.
Yep.
Jones now off the play fake. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Here's J.K. Scott now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And they'll be be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Oh, what a move. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about you. Throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
It was Anthony Averett who got him down. They will run again with Coleman. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Saints signal for another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And Sanders pulled it. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Bang, 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 bang. That's it. 56, go. 56. Check 56. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
So that'll back him up 5.
Come on, check 56. Hey, hold on. 56. What's up? 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
Now Jackson on second down, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson operating from the gun. He'll check that down to Carson. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major League kudos to them, because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 4-yard line.
Backed up now from their own 4 as they come up second down. Handoff, Coleman, right side. Gets it up past the 10 with a nice move. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
Makes it third and 4.
Go! 15 line. 15 line.
Hey, check Mike
5. 5. Go.
Mike, check 33.
Now.
Looking to throw. Jones. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down.
First and 10 at the 30.
Jones on first down. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now Jones, off play action. Well, the pressure gets to him again. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack. Drama. We saw all of it in this one. Overtime, all the way to the end of OT. The long field goal shot to win it, but they couldn't convert.
And because it's the regular season, we don't play more bonus football. We don't go to another period. It ended right there. You get one in overtime to get it done. Look, let's face it. That field goal attempt was a long shot to begin with. No pun intended, or maybe pun intended. But it doesn't go through, and it ends in a tie.
Squad like what in the field like all day like